Hey, what's up, folks? It is January, what, 30th? Yeah, the 30th. It's the 30th, 2019. Listen, YouTube's banning, you know, study of 9/11 and Flat Earth. All right. I know people have never really looked into the Flat Earth thing. Um, I know one thing, water's always horizontal. The surface of water is always perfectly horizontal unless it's acted upon by an outside force, in which case it keeps moving until it can remain horizontal again. That's what it does. It travels downward until it can level itself out. That's what water does. That's why they call it sea level. Water can never curve on the top. It takes the shape of its vessel, and that is it. That is a law of fluid dynamics. A law of fluid dynamics. Science. Real scientists made that up. All right? They came up with it. It's fake, right? That's what the real scientists came up with, a law of fluid dynamics. You know, the law of fluid dynamics. It's true. You know, otherwise every puddle is shaped like this. Every glass of water is shaped like this. That's irrational. I know most people haven't been on an airplane to look around and everything. I've been on a plane. But one thing, jets, that's one thing. But I am telling you, my grandfather and I, back in, I'm going to say 86, maybe 87, there was a guy who lived in East Stroudsburg and Marshalls Creek up on top of Snow Hill. And he has a runway. And he had a single engine Navajo aircraft. Later on, he got arrested for his crew or whatever. He was an older gentleman, just as old as my grandfather, maybe a year or two younger, but his name was Sammy something. I can't remember his last name, but his first name was Sammy. I remember this because he allowed me to fly the plane. We went up. We were never higher than 3,000 feet. Never. Never one higher than 3,000 feet. He told us that because then your ears are popping. It's really hard in the Navajo to, whatever. Anyway, I remember it. And I'm telling you what, I saw Princeton, New Jersey flying over top of. It was clear. It was chilly. It was chilly that day. It was chilly that day. He was friends with my pop. He was friends with this guy Donald Linsenberger. Drove a big silver Cadillac. Donald did a diesel Cadillac, and he was friends with this guy Herb Rice. And the guy that owned a hotel, his name was Bill. He was married to a lady named Marge. Anyway, they were all friends. It was their little old head clique, man, a bunch of old people running around. But I'll tell you what, one of them old people was selling cocaine. All right, well, anyway, listen, that old man let us go up in the plane with him, and we flew this thing around. But we never got out of eyesight of Snow Hill. It's only a hill, it's not a mountain. You know, people from around the area, you know what I'm talking about. My family knows. Anyway, we flew around up there. I saw Princeton, New Jersey. All right, I saw Washington's Crossing. I saw Portland, PA. I saw, how far up was I saying? Matamoros. I could see Dingman's Ferry. Dingman's Ferry. Explain that on a 25,000 mile around oblate spheroid. Explain that. Explain that. Because the math is 8 inches of curvature for every mile of distance squared. So 10 miles will be 8 times 10 times 10. 10 times 10 is the mileage squared times 8. All right? So that gives you all the inches. Then you divide it by 12 to make it feet, because it's 66.6 feet. That's what the something I guess 66,000 inches. I don't know, 6,660 inches. It's weird. 10 and 100 and all that they come up weird when they're perfect numbers. Comes up to the sexagesimal system, which is what we run on. You think we run on 10s? No, we run on 6s. That's why our clocks are in 12s and 24s. It's all 6s. That's really what it is. That's why our feet are 12 inches, 36. That's why all that stuff's like that. It's sexagesimal, it's Sumerian. Look it up. Me and my pop, we were up there and we seen that. My pop used to laugh at me when I came home from school trying to explain that the earth ain't flat. It's a ball. He used to laugh at me. I was a little kid. And I would get mad. I would get mad as hell. It's my family. They'll tell you about me. I would get furious because my pop would laugh at me when I'm trying to explain this ball to him. Why the hell did he laugh at me? I am. Hung around with a dude with an airplane. Alright? They got busted selling coke. So apparently the guy got around a little bit. You know, he got to see. And I'm telling you, man, everything looked like we were in a bowl. It didn't look like the earth was going down. It looked like it was coming up around us. We were up at 3,000 feet, and if I look straight out like this, I could see the ground. Straight out the window, you can see the ground. Out there, out in that direction, you see the ground. The ground's up here. That's like a bowl, man. That ain't this way. If you look out that way, all I should see is sky in an airplane. But that's not true. The ground is that high. That's what you would see on a flat plane. And you can't say that, oh, well, it's bigger than they say it is. Because you're also using the picture, the photograph that they claim to take, to put the shape of the earth in your head. All right? And you know what they're telling you? They're telling you it's 24,995 miles around the earth. That's it. You can't say it's bigger. You can't, because they measured it for you. If you think it's bigger than that, you're wrong. If you think it's flat, you're wrong. Because it's a ball, right? That is 8 inches per every mile square of curvature. That means in Florida right now, instead of standing this way like we do, here, let me fix that so the ceiling doesn't distort as much. Try to get it straight. All right? Say, all right, there's that wall, so now you got something flat. Instead of standing this way, the people in Florida's houses are literally this way. This wall. See this wall right here where that goes? That's the way they have to stand. They're this way. And just in Florida, the water's leaning this way. In Florida. In Florida, drastically. Right now, 6,000 miles, 6,250 miles to your right. To your right, 6,250 miles to your right, there is a boat sailing in this direction. There's a guy driving up a street that's pointing in this direction right now. There's a boat sailing towards you sideways right now. 6,250 miles that way. And right now, 8,000 miles below your feet, 8,000 miles straight down, even though the deepest hole we ever drilled was a little over 7 miles. That's the deepest we've ever been, a little over 7 miles. And then the drills break down, the heat gets too much, the pressure becomes too much, and the equipment breaks down. We can't get any deeper than a little over 7 miles. But they'll tell you absolute fact that's 8,000 miles below your feet. Right at this moment, somebody's standing like this, stuck to the bottom of the ball. And water does this. That's not science. That's superstition. Have a nice day. I gotta go to work. Love y'all. Please research. Go outside, use your eyes, use your God-given senses. Don't listen to this crap they're teaching us. Or, if you want to listen to the crap they're teaching you, go do the research and find out what spin they're putting on it. Because they ain't spinning it. They're flipping it over backwards. Doing some stuff to it that you don't want to do to it. Paying on it. And then burying it face down. That's what they're doing. Absolutely. All right, I gotta go to work. See you later.